Hi, this is India Rose with IndiaRose.com and founder of the Pearl Girls. We have real sad news coming today out of Australia, and I do want to recognize the sad news, which is a pearl diver has died. And this is the first incidence of a diver dying in about 24 years, so it's really shocking to a lot of people, and it is, always sad when there's any loss of life associated with any occupation. So it did make me think a lot about, people don't realize how important pearl divers are to the pearling industry. Despite all of these advancements we've made, diving is still an integral part. A lot of the diving that takes place, within pearl farms and within pearl production is to maintain the mollusk and the oysters in the nets. But in Australia, half of all of the oysters are created in hatcheries, but the other half are collected in the wild. So pearl divers are used to collect the oysters. This young man, he was 22 years old, was collecting wild oysters when he passed away. What they do is, the divers don't have a tank system on their backs. They have a hookah system, and it comes from a boat. And they have these lines and an air compressor on the boat that sends air down the lines. So it allows them to be down a longer time. The divers are down between 20 and 100 feet below the surface of the water. And what they do is they swim along the surface and they look for oyster shells. That's essentially what they do. So the oyster they're trying to find is the Pinctada maxima, which is the South Sea pearl oyster. And the oysters younger than 18 months, they're real light. And what they do is they'll attach to rocks or other sediment on the ocean floor. So they're fairly easy to find. Once they're older than 18 months, they're heavier and they burrow down into the ocean floor. They're usually covered by marine sediment and they're solitary. They're, it's interesting. The black-lipped oysters, the Tahitian pearl oysters, they're communal. They like to be in groups, but not these South Sea pearls. These oysters are like to be on their own. So it makes it harder. It's a difficult job. Basically, they have to find these oysters burrowed down. And what the divers do is they'll collect them and send them up in a mesh bag. So it's not even that they're going up and down. They're staying on the floor, the sea floor, along with some other divers, and they're following the tides and being led by the boat. So, the circumstances about this diver's death are still unknown. This is all very new. All we know is that he surfaced and was having difficulties and did later pass away. So, it's still a very challenging job, although there are regulations in place that have really made it as safe as possible. But still an integral part of the culturing pearl process. So little information for you. Once again, can't say it enough. Our hearts really do go out to the families of the young Australian man that did pass away, and we'll look forward to getting more details on the circumstances as the days go on. Thank you.